Hello and good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 100.
Yep.
We've been doing this for 100 weeks straight. This is the Indie Review.
Yep.
And unfortunately, if you are just now for the first time watching the Indie Review, this is also the last episode of the Indie Review. We'll talk a little bit more. Usually we talk at the beginning of the Indie Review. This time we're going to talk at the end of the review about what's going to happen next. And where the show's going, where the books will be going, and everything like that. So, 100 episodes. This has been an awesome journey. You know, when the Dark Avenger comic review hit 100, we had a huge celebration. The Indie Review has been a really wild ride. It started off one way, and it completely evolved into something else, something that Mike and I have had a lot of fun doing. And now with the changes on this channel, and this episode reaching 100, like I said, the immunity is now officially, well, not yet. Let's not talk about that yet.
Yeah.
But we've had a lot of fun with this. We've talked about a lot of really great books. We gained a lot of respect for a lot of different books from a lot of different companies. And we'll talk more about this at the end. For right now, the books in this special 100th comic indie review, they were released on
September 2nd, 2015, the first week of September.
And ironically, and just like in the very beginning of the Indie Review, I only have 3 books. It's a very short review for me.
Yeah.
So, Mike.
We do have 3 physical books, but all 3 are mine.
Yep.
This week.
So this is Mike's review this week again.
Yep. So from Bongo Comics, let's start off with Futurama, issue number 76.
No, that's a fun book.
To be honest, I actually enjoyed this issue. This was all about the origin of Zap Brannigan before he became this whole, like all lovey-dovey stuff. Like, at one time they said he was actually a hero on a certain planet, the Greatest Warrior, actually. And we get a story from Kif that talks about that. And I like this page where it looked like the Superman from Action Comics. Here's some artwork right here, which is drawn just like what we saw on the cartoon. And basically it talks all about Zap Brannigan, how Nixon employed him to, actually used him as a experiment to clone him, because he was like one of the greatest warriors, and he had that potential to end all war and everything. Something goes wrong, and then with that wrong thing, he just turned out to be just a jerk rather than what he was before, because he was this nice person. And he actually joins this group called the Marvelers.
The Avengers, yeah.
I know, and I thought that was actually funny. The way he actually actually left them to die after trying to save them from Ultron. There were like lots of funny puns and everything. Like, I don't want to get too much into the book because I want you guys to read it. But let's just say we find out how he made his own costume. And the ending was just hilarious. This was really an amazing book. I mean, if you're a Zap Brannigan fan, if you want to know more about his side story of how he became
the way he is,
it's all said in here. This was really amazing. I really enjoyed reading this comic book, unlike some others that I've read. We have one Zenescope book this week, or I actually do. Wonderland issue number 39. And in this issue, it talks about the White Queen, so to say, with these, what do they call these skeleton people?
The Spade. The Ace of Spades.
Yeah, the Ace of Spades, who are trying to go after the White Queen, along with the impassant talk, which we talked about from what happened in the last issue. And we get this character who knew about the White Queen from the past, and his heart aches because of a long time ago. See, he was this butcher in the shop, because it talks about his origin story. And as years passed by, like, he was this real crook, and he was like really crazy. He kind of reminds me of Negan from The Walking Dead, the way he looks and stuff like that. And after the whole thing of what happened between him and the White Queen, after that little throwing him into the mare into this other world, Now he just looks for vengeance to go after the White Queen. And that's what really this is all about. And the Ace of Spades are going into war. And who didn't see that coming? So now the next issue is The Kingdom Falls. Which is something else, really, for that one. And I did leave out a bunch of stuff because I want you guys to definitely read this. So this was a pretty good issue. Really liked how they did the origin story of the Butcher. And this one was my favorite this week. Valiant Comics Exo Manowar issue number 30. This is Exo's Part 2.
40.
40 I said.
You said 30.
I said 30? I could have sworn I said 40. Oh, my mistake. 40. And this is Part 2 of Exodus, where I keep forgetting the name. I can't believe I forgot the names. Like the aliens were going in. Oh, the Vine.
How could you forget the Vine?
I couldn't remember. But it starts in the beginning where this months ago, where these people took one of the vines in because they were part of the vine plantings that happened a long time ago, and it just leaves us off where I left us off from last time, where the soldiers are going after the vine, and now the vine are going into war with them because of their attack from last issue. So Eric just says, you know, we're not going to do all this, and we're going to do things my own way, so he orders them to not fight against them. And he actually talks to, what's his name? The lieutenant of the war. And, you know, there's a bunch of great artwork in this issue. More, actually, amazing artwork. And, oh, he's the captain. I'm sorry, not the lieutenant. The captain of the ship. And we have someone who talks to Chills, who was once part of the Vine, about what's been going on. If you want to find out more, definitely read the book, which is very graphic. And it's just really trying to put them together, but for Commander Trill, he has eyes set on someone else, one of these soldiers. We're going to see how that goes in the next issue, but this was really amazing. Definitely pick this up. Robin Venday does an amazing job with Exo Manowar, and
he's doing a really good job with Green Lantern right now.
And Green Lantern too, right? So definitely check out this book. It's a highest recommendation on my pile for at least Valiant, next to Ninjak as well, but Exo is definitely a plus.
Alright, digital book time, starting with Boom Studios. We've got Broken World, issue 4 or 5. I believe there's 5 issues.
Is it? I thought it was 6. Is it
5 or 6.
Well, whatever the of is. In this issue of Broken World, we find out in the last issue where Elena was talking to this guy who knows a little bit more of the information about the evacuations and stuff. And her friend there actually tries to calm it down, like saying, you know, killing this guy won't bring your family back. And basically, she just wants one answer and lets him team along with him. Then Griffin, actually, Lieutenant Griffin, I should say, has a secret lair that Elena has actually found out about that has to do with the evacuations of him staying alive, actually, because it's more of a shelter. It's not like real computers and stuff like that. So Elena tells, you know, everyone how Griffin, what he's all about, just using them and killing them, and just basically just using them. You know, all the people that were there, and then one of his students that were taught how to shoot gave him a headshot. So now Elena's coming up with plans about how to go about this and how to make a new home. And then it goes years later, and I like this, what it said in the end. Like, Elena Marlowe never saw family again, but she never gave up hope. That line itself spoke out to me. That she was trying to look for a family, but she never gave up hope on trying to find it. And I believe that was the last issue.
Okay, maybe I'll...
I think it is. I don't know. It looked like the last issue to me, because I think I saw it end. But anyway, next issue.
Dynamite we're in now. Justice Inc., The Avenger, issue number 4.
Yes, the detective work of Benson And basically in this issue, it's more than trying to bring someone back to life with the experiment that happened with one of the red skeletons. And he goes out there to find out more information about how to give the antidote to this brain-like person who was once human. So he goes around to find this antidote, and he goes through a whole ring around of trying to find that, and he meets up with a longtime person who actually knows about the Avenger in this issue that has the antidote to all this. So as the issue continues, we find out who was underneath the brain thing, like to turn to a regular human being. Then a whole fight ensues, and first of all, the artwork's really great, by the way. And he just finds what he came for. So he gets it and brings it back to the base, and I think, yeah, and then we find out her real name was Emily, I think. Go back one more page. Not really sure if I got her name. But she's basically back to her, Ellie is her name. E-L-I-E, yeah. And there was one person who actually finds out about the Avengers story in the paper, and it might lead into more stuff to come for the Avengers, so pretty interesting, I will say that.
Masks 2, issue number 6.
Stuck in time still. All three of our different teams trying to find more information about the Red Wreath, I think. Go up. Oh, Red Death. I'm sorry. The Red Death. And really, it gives more information about the Red Death and how she became who she was. I think it was given more of an in-depth of Red Death, along with the Dinosaur Age, about how she survived and became to be. Whereas at the party, at the masquerade party, I should say, there were like characters who looked the same, but then like saying like, I just met you a while ago, and then they're like saying, no, you haven't. Because it's like a little bit of a time travel of confusion that happened. So what they need to do is that they need to get the Red Death and kill her because of all this time traveling that she sent our heroes to, whether it be some in prehistoric, some at the masquerade party, and other stuff as well. And the Spider was talking to a little girl before she was the Red Death to find out more about, like basically trying to help her to make the future not the way she is, if that makes any sense. So, lots of stuff actually happened in the last issue when there's a big thing that's happening outside. The last page I do not want to spoil, but let's just say that things are about to get settled in more ways than one. It leaves us on a huge cliffhanger for that last page.
That's pretty huge.
That is huge. And that's to be continued until the last issue. Speaking
The
of
Shadow.
That, yeah, we have
Issue
The
number
Shadow, issue number 2. And in this issue...
This is volume 2, issue 2.
Yeah. And we get introduced to a new villain called Ethan Sands. Ethan Sands is part of a organization that heard about the Shadow and wants to get rid of him. And the way he wants to get rid of people... Well, let's just say there's this box. The,
El Diablo.
No, not... I think it's El Diablo.
Mm-hmm. The guy said it.
Oh. Yeah. And when he gets inside this box, it's very gruesome. And he wants to try to find a way to get the Shadow just to execute him. Then one of the people, I can't remember what his name is, that knows about... Kroll, yeah.
Crowley.
He goes to Crowley after he talked with the regular Shao Lanston. And he talks about the illusion. Go back. The optical illusion, what was it called? Like it's at the very beginning of the story. No, one more back.
The last
illusion. It just talks about all about the last illusion. Basically, it's all about the magicians and stuff like that. If you want to find out more, definitely read the book. But he finds out more information that relates to the Houdini incident, which the last illusion was actually part of this whole ordeal, what happened with Houdini and his wife. So then at the end, he gets these wet monkeys, so that he says that they were. Or El Diablo, I guess. And now we're going to find out how he will deal with them in the next issue.
Alright, now this is a segue book. Good segue, too. It's from Dynamite, but also Dark Horse. This is Aliens Vampirella, issue number 1. And if you were wondering how the hell are they going to cross those over, well,
yeah, I gotta know that.
Apparently we're in the alien timeline. Year-wise, no clue. But it turns out on Mars, there was a colony of vampires. And they were attacked by aliens. Several hundred years passed. And the government or the group that are doing the research on Mars decide we're going to bring in Vampirella because she's a vampire, she knows a lot about vampires, and maybe she could figure out what the hell's going on. So, cutting out all the dialogue here, she goes into the catacombs to see what's going on. And she's like, this isn't vampires, and this wasn't done by humans. This was hundreds, if not thousands of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago. And this is nothing she's ever seen before. And they find, obviously this is aliens, they find some eggs, facehugger incident happens, and the ending kind of, I'm just going to say the ending, Vampirella is in a very precarious predicament. And I think
how's that possible?
I think she'll survive, though, because she's a vampire, possibly.
Yeah, but how?
I don't know.
Isn't that kind of like the Aliens ripoff, sort of?
It is Alien!
No, I mean from the movies.
No, that's what they do.
Wow, okay.
But anyway, it turns out because of the outbreak of facehuggers, the whole area and the whole facility is under quarantine, so nobody's going to be there or take care of them for the next 48 hours. And other than one person, it looks like only the one person in Vampirella, if she survives what happens now, will be making it out of this alive.
Alright. And this is the last issue.
Age of Reptiles, issue 404. Again, really no definitive story, but again, the artwork is gorgeous. Well, there is a story.
Well, I think
you've got this
a
brontosaurus that gets too close, or he gets attacked by a bunch of carnivorous dinosaurs, and in the end he ends up dying. But really there's no written story, there's no narrative story. It's really all just going page by page and enjoying the gorgeous artwork. The ending was really, really great.
There's just one survived, it looked like.
No, one went out. The one that was with the other one that had the babies, the eggs.
Oh, okay.
Went out searching for food, I believe. But this was a gorgeous book. Art-wise, cover, the way the story was told, the colors, and everything it was a gorgeous book to
They
look
should
at.
do Age of other animals like sharks.
I think this is a volume 2 of Age of Reptiles. I believe so. I believe this was done before. If not, I'm hoping there's another volume. This was a very good book. It was put together very nicely. The artist on this book was excellent. I would highly recommend checking this out. If you haven't checked out the 4 issues individually, check it out in trade. It's Age of Reptiles, Ancient Egyptians. It's written by, the story, art, and dinosaur color concept is by Ricardo Delgado, and the colors, the colorer is Ryan Hill. Designer is Sandy Tanaka, and then I'm not going to go down everything, but really nice. Ricardo Delgado did an amazing job with this book. Gorgeous book. I loved it. I would definitely recommend it for people who are, fans of dinosaurs or who like really good artwork.
This is your book.
And ironically, this is my last book, Angel and Faith, issue number 18, season 10, issue 18. So Drizella is actually the one behind everything going on at the school, and she's working for Arceus, and they want this girl, oh God, her name, I think it's Mary. Yes, Mary. And we don't know why. Faith and Fred come in to save her. And they still don't understand why Drizella wants Mary so bad. And we find out who Faith was bringing in, and it was Ko. She brought him into, I hope I said his name right. Let me make sure I said his name right. Yeah, Ko. K-O-H. Awesome action. Unfortunately, Drizella disappears. Mary goes home. It's a job well done, but of course there's something else going on. Why Drizella wanted this girl. Arceus is still out there because we saw what happened at the end of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And we don't know what's going on in the background now, but obviously something is a-brewing, and it's not over yet. Angel's on his way home. We don't get to see Angel at all in this book. And we find out at the end of the issue why the vampires were targeting Mary, and it could have something to do with something her father is now in possession of. And it's the end of the issue.
Oh, that's the end?
Of the issue.
Oh, not the season?
Buffy Season 10, Issue 19 is on sale the 23rd. And I believe that Angel and Faith... Let me make sure, because I was a little lost on this, too. Yeah, I think it's coming back.
Well, it says...
It says the end, but that means the end of the story arc, possibly.
Okay.
So, Angels and Faith's been an awesome series.
Time. I think we're good.
Oh, we are good for another 6 minutes, so keep going.
Oh, okay.
Alright, we're in Dark Horse, but we actually will cut out, I think, once we get through, I think, this book.
Yeah. Alright,
Adam, 3, issue number 2.
Yeah. And in this one, first of all...
I love the shark.
Yeah, the artwork in this book is, like, really amazing. Like, he's just trying to find out why, I can't remember what the boy's name was going after him. So, there was, like, this entity that he sees that goes after Adam, and goes into the next issue where he fights off against him, and his son actually goes into the cave at the next issue after that. And yeah, I think things are gonna get a lot worse now. And I like how he has these animal people that are with him too. It was really a short read. Like, I got through in like less than 8 minutes. It was like that quick of a read.
Nice. Alright, then let's do one more and then we'll cut out. And it's Barbed Wire 2, or Volume 2, issue number 3.
Yeah, and in Barbed Wire, in this issue, we find out that there are these investigators who see this big guy named Wasson
Wyvern Strom
Yeah,
Blood.
let's just call him Waven. So he's just setting off hell and everything, and he's like, he's like talking to people like he wants like to send them to war. Like, you know how those people like on those horses like go around and say, we're gonna go to war, we're gonna do this and that. And yeah, I'm telling you, it gets weirder.
Nice
it gets weirder. And he sleeps like a baby and everything, and they want to try to shoot him with a gun because he possesses like all these powers and stuff like that. And let's just say that things get very hectic as we read more of the issue. And the girl actually tries to get him to go near him. So when she dodges and when he goes into this tank, something happened, and we are not going to know what happened until the next issue. That builds it up, like saying, I want to know, like, does he turn into something? Does he come out now more stronger? Is it steroid? I don't know. But the way they...
No, it looks like he's just going to break free of it. He's going to break out of it.
Well, probably, but you never know.
Alright, guys. We are not over the time yet, but I'm going to end this part. I'm going to take a second break. We're going to switch over, and we'll be right back with the last 2 books and the final announcements and thoughts for the Indie Comic Book Review. So stay tuned. We'll be right back literally in 1 second. Alright, and we're back. This Damn Band, live in concert, issue 2 of 6. How was it? Uh-oh.
It was a little
Whoa,
bit
okay.
It really just talked about what happened in the last issue where they were using these mushrooms that were drugs, really, and it was just relating to drugs.
The artwork looks a little...
The artwork was a little off, kinda. And it was just a whole thing of trying to find out what happened last time in the issue, why they were taking so many of these mushrooms. I'm finding out more about those things, actually. I don't know, like, I know I'm all about rock and roll.
But you think that the next issue is going to make or break it?
It might, just might. So I'm just going to leave the whole thing out for you guys to check out. If you're interested in reading about it, that's up to you. But the next one's going to be make or break it. Definitely.
Alright, and finally this week, I'm shocked Mike's actually jumping into this. Danger Girl, Renegade, issue number 1.
And why are you shocked about that?
Because I didn't...
Well, the girl is named Abby Chase. And from what they're talking about is that they're, like... Her father has been gone away for so many years. And as a little girl, she's been trying to look for him. And then there's this guy, David, who actually was her protector. Like, they had to go from place to place to place to place. And that goes to the present day, where she's being chased by these people who have the emerald. And she's playing games like, an emerald? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. What you mean? You know, like, what color was it and stuff like that. Like, she was playing, like, mind games. And then in the end, she talks about, like, you know, how Danger Girl is no longer around. Like, basically just saying that she doesn't exist. And then in the end, she shows one of her people, not the people after, the people she was with. I forgot what his name was. He was captain of the ship of something. The Emerald. And by the way, Danger Girl's a special agent. Just wanted to point that out there. That's what Danger Girl is.
I'm just looking at this
I know you know that, but I'm letting them know that.
I'm looking at this gorgeous advertisement for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 50. I'm just not happy that it's $8. It's coming out in September, but it's going to be a double-sized issue, so...
Yeah. But Danger Girl was, like, really interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing... what this Emerald is going to play more into, and how Abby Chase is going to show her special agency thingamajigger going on. Just amazing. Definitely check it out.
Alright guys, and with that, that's it for the Indie Review. That's not only it for this episode, but it's it for the Indie Review show. Now, what happens from here? For those of you that have been following just the Indie Review, which I doubt, Indie Review, when we got to 300 on the Big 2 review, the Dark Avenger comic book review, I made the announcement that we were no longer going to be doing a review show for Dark Avenger for the Big 2 comics. We were going to start doing grouped and individual reviews. Now, the Indie Review at the time reached episode 95. With only 5 weeks left, we decided to keep this show going for 5 more weeks. This is the 5th week, this is the 100th episode, and this is the grand finale of the Indie Review show. Starting next week, the Indie books will be joining the Big 2 books in the World's Finest Reviews. It's called the World's Finest Review series, but we call it the World's Finest Reviews for short. We will be doing individual reviews of certain books we like. We'll be doing grouped reviews of other books. Like, for example, Dynamite has a lot of the books that are grouped together in the same family, so maybe Mike will be grouping them together. We will also, because we're doing individual reviews now, a lot of the books that we cover on Frontline, obviously we're not going to do another solo review here. Either we'll stick those books that we do on Frontline in grouped reviews, or stay tuned, because starting next week, now that the Indie Review's over, we need one show where we talk about all the books. Starting next week, the comic book recap will be starting on Tuesday. It'll be uploaded. Monday we'll probably be recording it. And that's going to be approximately, we are aiming for 15 minutes. If we go over 15 minutes, it's going to be a lightning round. We're not aiming for anything more than 15 minutes. If we hit 20, that must be because we have a lot of books in 1 week. But it's a 15 minutes or under show where we will be recapping every single book that we've read and reviewed for the week of whatever. A brief, very, very brief rundown of the book, our thoughts on it, our final thoughts on it, anything we wanted to say that we felt that, it's been a couple of days and we want to say about the book, and then that's it and we move forward. By far, definitely not a review. If you would like to see any of the books here or in the Big Two reviewed, I would strongly recommend checking out the solo and group reviews, because the recap show is exactly that. It is going to be a very brief recap of all the books. Nothing fancy, nothing over, nothing showing the artwork. It's literally going to just be a recap of the books. A very, very brief, abbreviated, abridged version of the reviews that we've done for the week of, I believe we're starting September
2nd.
No, not the 2nd.
Oh,
the
next
week of September 9th.
Okay, so now it's that.
So yeah. So thank you guys so much. The Indie Review has been an amazing ride. We started this, like I said, 100 weeks ago. Originally, this was going to be a show that was going to be Michael's. I jumped on board because, obviously, I read a lot of indie books. Unfortunately, though, the length of the shows, I feel, really is a reason why a lot of people are having a hard time, because you go halfway through the show and then it gets too, you have to do something, you have to close the video out, and you don't remember where you left off. So a lot of times I know a lot of people started just skipping the rest of the review, and we want you guys, and we want to spotlight books, especially books that we like EXO, with me with the Turtles, all over. There are a lot of books from a lot of different companies. World's Finest will allow us to spotlight and cover all the books we'd like to, whether it be in title or in solo review form. So we really are happy with this new format. The indie books, as a matter of fact, because we get those early, those reviews might start popping up starting this coming Wednesday, because we've already got, that's when the books come out, and that's when we'll start, and then towards the end of the week will be when the Big Two starts.
Right.
This week is a Labor Day, and because of this video, we haven't done any Big Two reviews yet. Today, as this is going up, it's Monday morning, Labor Day morning. I did read a few Big Two books. Look forward to a couple of solo reviews coming at you guys during the day on Monday or early morning Tuesday. Everything should be up right before Frontline Live, episode 73. I believe it's 73. I could be wrong. But anyway, thank you guys so much for all the support on the Indie Review. We love you guys. If you'd like to see more, do check out Dark Avenger C86. We're going to have lots and lots of new things coming your guys' way. Not just comic reviews. We've got a lot of things coming your guys' way. And it's a lot to take in. And as time moves forward and I work out a schedule, things will be coming out on a scheduled format. And a lot of the series are whenever I have the time. But there are a lot that come out weekly. So you got a lot to look forward to each and every week from this channel. And as a matter of fact, you got a lot to look forward to on ComicFrontline.com. Each and every day we try to give you guys at least 1 or 2 videos to check out, whether they be reviews, overviews, live shows, news, what have you. It's there. It's ComicFrontline.com. Zone4Podcast.com. A lot of the podcasts I'll be doing on here will also be featured on Zone 4. There's the Zone 4 podcast every other week. There is Airship 27 and a bunch of other podcasts coming your guys' way from Zone4Podcast.com very soon also. And Frontline Gaming Zone, the channel where we do tons of walkthroughs. And soon it might actually, start on Twitch, and then they'll end up on Frontline Gaming Zone. We don't know. We're working on the details with Frontline Gaming Zone. So look forward to a lot of stuff there. Other than that, there's a bunch of links below to all the places that are either attached to this channel, whether it be Twitch, Twitter, which I don't use Twitch really, but Twitter, Movie Pilot, Facebook. I opened up a Facebook page. The Facebook page is officially live, and every video that goes up here is shared there. I'll be sharing some posts there every now and again. I'm working on ideas for Blogger. I might actually have one coming soon. Later rather than sooner, but soon. And just check out all the links. The links are all there for a reason. Last Ember Press books will be coming very soon as well. I'm working on my book as we speak, and working on some other secret projects that you guys will be seeing very soon as we speak. So lots to look forward to all over the place from me. So until next time, everybody, thank you again for 100 really awesome episodes of the Indie Review. We hope you guys enjoyed it. They will be archived in a folder called the Indie Reviews from episode 1 to 100. from all the ever evolving indie review from episode 1 to now. We thank you guys for sticking with us. I know there are a few of you that watch this show religiously each and every week and have for the past 100 weeks. Thank you guys. We hope you move over now to the World's Finest Reviews. We're going to be doing a lot of extensive and in-depth work reviewing and talking about comic books there. Take care, everybody. Keep reading, keep collecting. Thank you again for 100 really great episodes of the Indie Review. This is the Indie Review signing off. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you guys really soon in the next video.
Later, everyone. Thank you.